Yeah, I'm sorry if the music was doubling up, guys. I tried something new. I tried to stream on Twitter like all the cool kids. I don't know why it doubles over there. What am I doing wrong, man? I thought SmackDown did a lot of right tonight. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Best match in their series so far. And we got another one to go. Cody Rhodes. He's teaming with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. Randy Orton wants to know why. Cody gave him an answer tonight. And we got a great main event. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. But it looks like Kevin Owens is getting a little bit more frustrated as the weeks go on, man. What the hell is going on? I don't know. I know what's going on in the venue, man. Drinks are cold. The discussion is great. And it's going to be a good one tonight. Tonight we're drinking at the beer garden. It doesn't have much time left. So when I walk through those doors, I want to know on this Friday night, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
Guys, thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown post show for September 27th, 2024. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Friday nights, wherever you may be. And I got a shout out, because this is the last Friday night stream of the month of September. I'm loving the energy tonight, man. I'm loving it. Here's another one. $100 super chats. One from Raging Girl Gamer and another one from Jason Barker. Rage says, I miss Charlotte Flair. I don't even want to read the rest of this one.
I miss Charlotte Flair. I hope she comes back and takes the title that she never lost.
Unfortunately, that day is coming, and unfortunately, I will be a very sad human being. But Rage, thank you very much for the $100 super chat. Appreciate you as always. And Rage actually is going to Bad Blood in Atlanta. Hotlanta right now. This fucking team is playing with my heartstrings, man. Really? If they make the playoffs, man, it'll be one of the biggest miracles of all time. And then we got another one from Jason Barker, $100 by Jason Barker. He says, let's get those bombs up. Let's screw some stuff up and drink some old fashions and eat chow mein in the venue tonight, y'all. Listen, there's no chow mein here, brother. We're not some lowbrow, rinky-dink fucking corner Chinese place, man. Give me a break, man. We serve the finest drinks, and we got Titus in the kitchen, man. There's nothing but gourmet, high-end bar food here, man. Okay? Round of applause for everybody in the venue. Thank you, guys. Wiley in the chat. What's up, brother? He says, JD, love the new intro. Keep up the great work, brother. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that, man. Dark Horse does not come cheap, bro. Love the energy, man. Keep that energy going. Let's end September off with a fucking bang, huh? Love the energy. Let's keep it going. SmackDown tonight. I thought it was a good show. Nothing really, oh my God, so crazy, man. It was a great episode. If you missed it, man, your life is incomplete. No, it's not one of those shows. It wasn't one of those shows tonight. It was a solid 2 hours of professional wrestling, and I thought everybody delivered pretty damn good tonight, man. Starting at the top, we got Randy Orton. Love to see Randy Orton back on television. He wanted an explanation. And he wanted an explanation from Cody Rhodes and why he's teaming with Roman Reigns at WWE Bad Blood next Saturday, which we will be live for. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be bad right here on Off the Script. But Randy wanted a very respectful interaction. Why? Cody, why? Cody gave him the reason why. We're going to go over the reason why. Coming from Cody, is it the best explanation that they could have given? No. But it's an explanation that you would expect Cody Rhodes to give Randy Orton in that moment. So I actually gave it a thumbs up. I actually enjoyed the interaction between Randy and Cody. Gives you a glimpse about what's going to happen when we do really get into what's going on between them. And I said, Cody gave it something that you would expect from Cody, and I liked it. I thought it was good. They started the show off exactly the way you needed, because last week it ended with Kevin Owens potentially teasing to hit Cody in the back with a chair, and everybody was asking, well, I wonder what Randy Orton thinks about this. First person we see today, Randy Orton. First person he calls out is Cody Rhodes. Then KO comes out there. KO didn't really get much of anything. He didn't say anything. He was interrupted by the fake tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, and the rest of the bloodline, which then was a way to build the main event, which we got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens teaming up against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa tonight on SmackDown. So I thought what they did and how they delivered it was a thumbs up, in my honest opinion. And we will go over everything that they said tonight in the open of SmackDown right at the top. Andrade and Carmelo, they had a fantastic match tonight. Probably the best match in the entire series so far. And we are not done yet. The United States Championship title picture is reaching a boiling point. This is the best that it's felt all year. And Andrade, Carmelo, you finally are now seeing exactly why Triple H and the creative team put both of these guys together and why it was such a great idea to let them go a best of 7. I will explain why tonight's match was the best of them all and why both of these guys are absolutely feeding off each other and they are looking better because of the work that they are doing together on a weekly basis. So I will go over that and the match. We'll break it down tonight as well on the post show. And the ladies, they had some decent action tonight, man. I'm not going to lie. The women's division on Friday night is probably its weakest point, along with the tag team division. But all the women tonight that Triple H put on the show, Michin, Piper Niven, Bayley, and Naomi, they all brought it. I thought all 4 ladies delivered some really, really good stuff in the ring tonight, man, to cap off the final SmackDown of the month of September as we roll into next week, which is shaping up to be a huge SmackDown. Bad Blood weekend, man. It's going to be big. Like I've been saying for weeks, it's going to be an all-timer show. It is going to be a banger show on Saturday, and I can't wait to really get into it all and spend it with you guys right here on the podcast. But I got to give another small round of applause here for Rage. Rage already threw 100 down on the bar, and she ordered everybody a shot of bourbon. And now she threw down a 50 spot. What are you buying me, Rage? I like Gentleman Jack, please, or Jameson, one or the other. On a serious note, it's too obvious Randy and Kevin will turn heel. I think Cody is going to snap. It's a long shot, but I think it's time for the American Nightmare to become a nightmare to everyone. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think Kevin Owens, Solid Monster said it, I believe, on Tuesday Night Titans a couple weeks ago. He thinks Kevin Owens turning heel is going to be a possible setup. Kevin Owens might not even go heel. It might be Randy Orton who goes heel. I know a lot of people want to see Cody Rhodes go heel. Cody Rhodes is not going heel. He's definitely not going heel. I think that would be a mistake. Before we get to Cody and Rock, no. No, I don't think that's going to be the case at all. But at some point, I'd like to see it. I don't know if he's really up for that type of thing. But, Rach, thank you so very much for your overwhelming generosity tonight. And thank you guys for being here on the post show, man. We are going to get into this stuff. But let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, man. Yeah. We got something special happening on Sunday. What is Sunday, JD? Well, I have been asked to participate alongside the Chi-Town Smark, Jesse, and a very special guest. Us 3 are going to be covering the Vince McMahon Netflix docuseries. That's what we're doing. Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Who's the special guest, you ask? It's going to be me. It's going to be Jesse, unfortunately. And we got Ross on the show with us. Ross from In the Clutch. It's going to be fucking awesome. Kicking it with Ross is going to be joining us to talk about Vince McMahon and the Netflix documentary. No, it's not Denise. Denise was not invited. I'll send her a edible arrangements. No, she's not invited. Yes. Sunday is the day. I think we'll make it official with an announcement on social media, I think tomorrow at some point. I just got to nail down if I can actually be there at 8 o'clock. It might be a little later, 8:30 maybe. I don't know. I got to figure out what the fuck I'm doing on Sunday. But, yeah, that's what's going down. Whose channel is it going to be on? Jesse wants it to be on his channel. I don't know. Well, I think it should really be on Ross's channel if we're really wanting the most engagement over here, man. Really. Just saying. But keep an eye on the socials, man. We'll figure it out over there. But that's the plan. That's the plan. We also, scheduling note for next week. Next week is going to be a big week. We have Monday with Raw. It's going to be a big Raw. Jey Uso won the Intercontinental Championship on Monday. First show with him as the new champion. We got Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman in a last monster standing match. And then Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday, there will be no Tuesday Night Titans. Actually, no, I can't do Sunday. Fuck. Fuck, Jesse, I can't do Sunday, bro. I got House of Glory, man. Can't do Sunday, man. Oh, my God. I just got everybody excited for no fucking reason. Maybe we do. Actually, can we do tomorrow? I don't know if I could do tomorrow. Watch this. Watch. Okay. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Sorry, guys. If Ross is watching, sorry, guys. I have House of Glory on Sunday. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is Collision, JD. Nobody watches Collision, bro. Give me a fucking break, man. Come on. Cat Eyes. Yeah, I need a secretary. Yeah, I need a secretary, man. This I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, man. I apologize. I apologize, man. Jesse's gonna be fucking pissed at me. Next week, there is no more Tuesday night. Well, I mean, there will be Tuesday Night Titans, but there will be no Tuesday Night Titans on Tuesday, like it usually is at 8:30. Jason and I are going to be covering NXT on the CW network, so that is what we'll be doing at 10 o'clock or 10:15 whenever we go live. So if you guys have been wanting me to cover NXT, you got your wish. All it took was a CM Punk appearance. So we'll be doing that. Wednesday, we will be live. Jesse and I will be live unless he decides to quit because of my blunder here. We will be live for the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite. And then I think Thursday afternoon, I think we'll go live with a full-fledged off the script, just covering the news for the week. I think that's what we'll do. Or maybe I'll go live Wednesday. I don't know, man. There's just so much going on. So much going on, man. I don't know what I want to do. I could do anything I want, but I don't know what I want to do. And then Saturday's Bad Blood, obviously. Friday's go-home show for SmackDown. It's going to be a big weekend. So, keep it right here. Kick it with JD. Next week on OTS. How long do I cover NXT? Tribal Queen gives it 2 weeks. 3 tops. We'll see. There's an OTS extra right now, I believe, that's on the channel that I uploaded. This will be going out tomorrow for everybody. I think after tonight's stream, we'll push it to VIPs only. Man, oh man, did we rant on Tony Khan screwing the Lucha Brothers. Oh, yeah. You didn't think I wasn't going to talk about that one now, huh? We got it. We got it. And it's going to be a good one, man. It is a banger video, and we're going to go over all that I feel is wrong with this situation because I think Tony Khan has handled it the wrong way. Tony McMahon. Khan. Tony Khan. That's his name. But he's certainly sounding like Vince McMahon more and more, isn't he? Yeah. You guys know the deal, man. Follow me on social media as well. At JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go and check out all the other content. Hit that thumbs up. What do we got in here, man? We got 13 plus. Heading towards 1,400. I only see 337 likes. Why do we only have 337 likes, bro? Everybody's out drinking on Friday, right? Oh. Nobody wants to talk pro wrestling on a Friday. Is that it? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. And shout out to my Twitch family. You guys are live over there. Appreciate you guys very much. Yes! Believe in the glory. Believe in what? Joe Hendry ain't gonna be there. He backed out. Hurricane Helen caused him to miss the show. It's great. Who do we put in the main event against Joey Nutella? I don't know. I don't know, man. Does it even matter at this point? That's what happens when we book the show around one star talent and then skimp on the rest of the show. You didn't hear from me. You didn't hear from me, man. What the fuck do I know, man? I just do commentary. Fuck out of here. Anyway. Tonight's show sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout. Go get your free sample. BlueChew.com. Sponsoring Off the Script. Let's get into this SmackDown post show, man. We got Randy Orton showing up. He started the show tonight. Happy to see Orton anytime he's on my TV. He's out there interacting with the kids at ringside. He's doing the whole babyface spiel. Loving life right now is Randy Orton. Corey Graves even said, is there anyone on the roster having more fun these days than Randy Orton? So, when Orton's music faded, he says he missed being in a SmackDown ring on Friday nights. He says he can count on one hand the people he trusts in pro wrestling, and Cody Rhodes is one of them. He says that's why it was so hard for him to see Cody argue, or actually agree, not argue, but agree. He's been arguing with Kevin Owens. Agree to team with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. So he said it just doesn't sit right with him. Something about it feels off. Says he needs an explanation because it just doesn't add up. So he asked Cody to come out and give him that explanation. Cody's music played, and he made his way to the ring. Cody, he gave us 2 woes because, the minimum is 2 woes. Sometimes it could be 3, depending on how long the aisleway is, but normally it's 2 woes. He's messing around with the kids at ringside, giving them high fives, and there was these 2 little cute kids, boys, dressed in Cody gear, had the robe on and everything. So, Cody's out there, and he says, what do we want to talk about? He says he knows Orton wants an explanation, and he says he deserves one with everything that he's been through with the bloodline. He said he might look like a fool teaming with Reigns, and he asked Orton if he'd rather be a fool or a coward. Well, we know Cody Rhodes is not a coward, but he isn't really the best at explaining things. He said Reigns looked him in the eye at Georgia Tech University at the 50-yard line, eye to eye, and gave him his word. Says he didn't lie to him when he said he'd do anything to keep his title. He didn't. He did everything to keep it. He didn't lie when he said he wouldn't show his face if he were to lose the title to Cody Rhodes. He didn't show his face. He showed up at SummerSlam because Solo was at that point running roughshod over the bloodline. Cody says he has chosen thus to take Reigns at his word. He said fans seem to be also taking Reigns at his word. Fans started to chant OTC, OTC. Cody said of all people, he's standing there with the apex predator and legend killer, which is why he hoped he would understand. He said the legend of the outlaw bloodline has grown so much, it's time for it to be killed. No problem, Cody. No problem at all. Unless you make it a problem. Cody held a stare with Orton and soaked up the words for a second, at which Kevin Owens' music played. KO came out to his music, and he didn't really get to say much of anything because he was immediately interrupted by Solo Sikoa. And he's out there with Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Jacob Fatu. Solo asked the fans to acknowledge him, and they chanted OTC, OTC. He told Cody he should trust Roman because he's going to need him. Because the two people who are standing in the ring with you right now aren't going to be any good to you. He said KO and Orton have let him down in the past. He says they can't stop them. He said the reason he's going to team with Reigns is that Orton and KO let him down every single time. He did repeat himself there. He said the same thing twice in a row. He said KO and Orton let him down in the past. They can't stop him or them. He said the reason he's going to team with Reigns is because Orton and KO let him down every time. So he did repeat himself. I don't know why he said the same thing twice. KO said no one cares what he says ever. He challenged them to a tag team match later tonight on SmackDown. When Cody began to talk, he wanted to make it a six-man tag. He wanted to make it Cody, KO, and Randy versus Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga. KO said, no, you already have a tag team match with Reigns. You worry about that. He wants to go at this with Randy Orton by themselves. Cole said the ball is in the court of Nick Aldis to make this match, and it was immediately made. They throw the graphic up on the screen, and then the main event was already made and ready to go. So we got this main event, and we got somewhat of an explanation from Cody Rhodes to Randy Orton as to why he's teaming with Roman Reigns. I said it last week, and obviously WWE agreed because I don't really come on here and spew bullshit. I give it to you as you watch it. Cody did not give us an explanation for anything for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, he wrestled Solo Sikoa in a steel cage match for the WWE Championship. He beat Solo Sikoa clean. Out comes the bloodline. Out comes Roman to back up Cody. Cody was just there. Roman wants the Ulafala. Roman wants his bloodline back. Roman wants to take out Solo Sikoa. That's basically it. Cody didn't ask for Roman's help. Solo Sikoa then laid down the challenge to Roman and Cody because now they are joined. Not because they want to, but they just happen to be in the same place at the same time in the same situation for the last month and a half when it comes to the bloodline. So Solo wants this tag team match. Him and Jacob Fatu versus Roman and Cody. He's going to go talk to Nick Aldis. He goes to talk to Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis says, I got the match made. Cody didn't want nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, Nick, I can't sign that contract. I don't want nothing to do with the bloodline, which is the whole point of everything here that I tried to make last week. Why did Cody need to team with Roman? He doesn't. He doesn't need to team with Roman. He beat Roman at WrestleMania. He beat The Rock. He vanquished The Rock. Not really, but he showed The Rock up. He won the WWE Championship. He finished his story. He's got nothing else to prove. He beat Solo not once, but twice. He's got nothing else to prove. So why exactly did he team with Roman Reigns last week? They met at the 50-yard line at the college that Roman Reigns went to and played football for. Why did he team with Roman? He didn't give us a reason. There was no good reason. The only reason that we could surmise and come up with is that Cody is a good guy. They need to get this match on the show. That's the only reason why. Roman's got no other friends. It's not really a good reason. Cody tried to give us a reason tonight. He says he trusts Roman Reigns and he will take him at his word. Okay. Roman's going to give you his word. Fine. I guess. He didn't want to look like the fool or a coward. I guess if you want to look at the explanation, not really a good one. That's why I said in the beginning, it's not really a good explanation, but it's an explanation that I could very much see Cody Rhodes spewing to somebody. It sounds like a Cody Rhodes explanation. He's a good guy. He's a trusting guy. Cody Rhodes also acknowledged Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. He said once or twice before that Solo is a cosplay tribal chief. He is a pretender. He's not the real tribal chief. We already have one of those. So Cody acknowledges Roman as the tribal chief. But everything that Roman has said to Cody and done to Cody, for him to team with Roman, it really, at the end of the day, makes Cody Rhodes look stupid. It does. But it's going to be a big match. And I'm excited for it, whatever the case may be. The only reason why this match is happening is because whatever happens in this tag team match at Bad Blood will directly affect what Cody Rhodes does after it. That's it. So no matter what you think of the explanation, no matter what you think of Cody, is he a good guy? Is he a trusting guy? Is he too good? Is he an idiot? Is he stupid? It doesn't matter. Because whatever happens here is going to lead into whatever Cody does next. And we don't know what next is. Is it Randy Orton? Is it Kevin Owens? We don't know. But this is exactly what SmackDown needs. We need this sense of drama. Drama that doesn't involve the bloodline. The bloodline's there, but the main story now is Cody and Roman. They needed to find a way to get 1A and 1B in the biggest program on the brand, and they did that. So whatever happens at Bad Blood will directly affect what happens at War Games. And we still got a month and a half, 2 months to go with that. It's going to be a big deal. War Games could answer all of our questions. And War Games leads into Saturday night's main event 2 weeks after that. Then we lead into the Netflix Raw. Who knows what's going to happen there? That's going to be a PLE-like extravaganza on January 6th. And then we got the Royal Rumble. We got all these pieces in place. What's going to happen? I don't know. This is one I can't really call right now. Is KO going heel? Is Randy going heel? What's the War Game situation going to look like? Is it really going to be Randy, KO, Cody, and Roman against Solo, the Tongans, and Jacob Fatu? That's what it looks like to me. We got no story, no breadcrumbs as to Sammy coming back, Jimmy coming back, Jay coming back. Nothing. They seem focused on this story. But this is exactly what SmackDown needs. Nia Jax. She was backstage with Tiffany Stratton. asked her to explain how Naomi and Bayley were allowed to beat her last week. Tiffany was nervous and told Jax she was hurt and she is sorry. Jax grabbed her by the throat and said, "If this ends bad for me, this will really end bad for you." She released her by the throat and said, "See, now we can be friends again." She slapped her on the shoulder and walked away. Tiffany rubbed her neck, and she looked very, very angry at Nia Jax. Man, they're really pushing this bullying angle with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, man. You know, Nia's pushing Tiffany around, and I would not be surprised that we get the cash-in happening at Bad Blood. That's the way that I see it. I mean, if it doesn't happen at Bad Blood, I don't really know what we're doing. Nia's not doing shit with the title. Nia's going into yet another match with Bayley. We saw this at SummerSlam. The first one wasn't even that good. Now we're getting it again. Everybody thought we were getting the cash-in then, and now we got the same match happening at Bad Blood next Saturday. I would be a betting man to say I think we get the cash-in. I think SmackDown could use a nice reshuffling at the top. I think Tiffany's ready for the title. Nobody gives a shit about Nia Jax. Bayley. Speaking of Bayley, she defeated Naomi, #1 contendership for the WWE Women's Championship at Bad Blood. I thought this was a very good match. Crowd was into it. Naomi looked very good. Bayley, she looked good. That's what happens when you put two women in there who are very good at what they do and are very good friends. They work very good together. Now, Naomi, I understand a lot of people are like, well, I think Naomi needs to be treated better. I agree. I think Naomi, Naomi's in the same boat that Jey Uso is in. Jey Uso was used basically to get everybody else over around him because of how over he is. Naomi's not that. She's not comparable to Jey Uso. I mean, he's one of the hottest superstars in the entire industry. But Naomi, she has been uber popular for so long. And it always feels like she is a stepping stone for other people. Now, I didn't watch a lot of her TNA work. I seen little bits and pieces, and I seen clips. But the way Trinity worked in TNA was a lot quicker. It was a little bit more snappier. It was a little bit more with a sense of urgency. Tonight was the first time that I saw her work with a little bit of sense of urgency. Now, I don't know if that was the Bayley effect, but I feel like Naomi's kind of been trailing behind in everything that she does. Is she happy to be back? I'm sure she's happy to be back. She's with her husband. She's getting paid. Vince is not there. But the creative for Naomi has been absolutely less than. And I'm wondering when she's going to get her opportunity to shine, if she even gets an opportunity to shine. But all in all, with that said, I thought this was a very good match, and this was definitely going to Bayley. Now, I thought this could have been a double count out or a DQ of sorts, and neither woman would win. And I thought that they would do the triple threat match, but they went right with Bayley. They had this match end clean, and Naomi eats the pin. Naomi went for the pin early. Bayley avoided that. Naomi kept trying until Bayley almost went to punch Naomi, but stopped herself because, obviously, they are very good friends. Naomi pushed Bayley repeatedly until Bayley pushed back, so it got a little competitive. Bayley eventually landed a clothesline. She went for a running knee. Naomi countered with a bulldog. She then super kicked Bayley, and Bayley rolled to the outside. And we go to a commercial break after Naomi hit a corkscrew plancha on Bayley. So the show returns from commercial. Bayley hit an elbow on Naomi. She then followed up with a back suplex and a suicide dive, and that was all on the outside of the ring. Back in the ring, Naomi hit a rear view for a near fall. So they get to their feet. They trade blows. Naomi kicked Bayley in the head twice. Naomi planted Bayley for a 2 count. This actually got a "This is awesome" chant. Naomi kicked Bayley and went to the top for a blockbuster. Naomi tried to follow it up with a suplex, but Bayley countered into a suplex of her own. Bayley then sunset flipped Naomi into the bottom turnbuckle, but it didn't go quite as she wanted. Still, Bayley got a 2 count out of it. Bayley went for a Bayley to belly, but Naomi countered and bulldogged Bayley into a turnbuckle. That did not look good. It looked very sloppy. Naomi went to the top and missed whatever she was going for. Bayley then hit the Bayley to belly, and then she rushed to the top rope, landed her signature Macho Man, ooh, yeah, elbow drop. And that was enough for the win. 1, 2, 3. I actually quite like Bayley finishing off her matches with the elbow drop. I think that's a much better move than the rose plant. Just me. It's my opinion. So the elbow drop was enough. After the match, Naomi looked upset as she walked to the back. Bayley wins, and she gets the match with Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship at Bad Blood. I predict a Tiffany Stratton cash-in Atlanta. And I think the crowd goes wild. Just my honest opinion. I think we're ready for a title change in Atlanta. I think it's long overdue, to be quite honest with you. Moving on. We got footage of the weird handshake, the very bizarre handshake from Andrade and LA Knight last week. Andrade was walking backstage and ran into LA Knight, who had his back turned to the camera. Andrade said real men shake hands to show respect. LA Knight lost his respect last week. That's what Andrade told him. Out of nowhere, Carmelo Hayes legitimately bum-rushed LA Knight, sideswiped him, knocked him over a bunch of production crates, and then ran away and ran into Gorilla and made his way out to ringside because their match was up next. But he felt like he needed a cheap shot on LA Knight before he went out there. Carmelo and Andrade. Match number 6 in the unofficial Best of 7 series. I love the fact that WWE didn't announce that this was going to be a Best of 7. They just let it happen naturally. They didn't put a title on it. They didn't really put any expectations on it. Best of 7 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. It just happened. The story. Do you know why they did that? So you don't think, oh man, another match between these guys. You're anticipating it. You know, you don't know when the next one's coming. You don't know how the next one's going to be. You don't know where the next one's going to happen. They didn't put any title on it. They didn't put any expectation on it. It just happens organically. And the reason why they did it is because they let the story take center stage. The story is both guys don't like each other. Both guys want the United States Championship. Both guys want to outdo the other. It's a very simple story to tell. And I'll get into that a little bit more after this. This was a great match. Best match so far in the entire unofficial Best of 7 series, which we are definitely getting a 7th match. This match felt different. There was a different feeling to this match. This was more intense. There was more of a sense of urgency in this match. There was a sense of ruthless aggression in this match. You can tell I just got done watching the Vince McMahon documentary. There was a ruthlessness to both guys, the way that they were operating. The intensity was leveled up in this match. There was a little bit more sense of competitiveness in this match compared to the other ones. And they nearly went 17 minutes between 2 commercial breaks. This was fucking great. Easily the best match of the series so far. Andrade had control to begin things. He went for a double knee. Hayes moved out of the way and draped Andrade over the second rope. Hayes ran at Andrade, who was draped, and Andrade pulled off a power slam while he was draped in the ropes, a snap power slam onto the apron on Carmelo. Hayes sold his back because of this spot, and we go to a picture-in-picture break. Show came back. Hayes had the upper hand with a springboard clothesline. You see, the one perk on USA Network is that on Fox, you never got picture-in-picture breaks. On USA Network, they're a little bit more forthright. They're a little bit more common on the USA Network. Show came back. Hayes was in control with a springboard clothesline. He worked a chin lock and slowed the match down just for a little bit. Andrade worked his way out of it, chopped Hayes. Hayes responded with punches of his own, and the two eventually hit simultaneous clotheslines to a double down. They got "This is awesome" chants, and rightfully so. They get back to their feet. The two start trading shots back and forth. Andrade ultimately landed a dragon screw leg whip. Andrade quickly ran into a first 48 by Carmelo Hayes. The first 48 is basically a code breaker. He went for the first 48, nailed it. He used it as a defensive maneuver instead of an offensive maneuver, so he countered whatever Andrade was doing into a code breaker. Hayes went for the double knees, but Andrade moved out of the way and hit a leaping forearm, and he took control over the match. Andrade then landed his double knees for a near fall. He then went for his finish, the Message, but Hayes countered into a springboard DDT for another close near fall, and we go into the final commercial break that we would see in this match. The show came back. Andrade climbed to the top rope. Hayes cut Andrade off. Hayes tried to set up for a superplex, but Andrade headbutted Hayes to the mat. Andrade then did his double moonsault spot. He misses the first one, as you guys know, and then lands in the ring and then does the second one. It looked great. This is awesome chance again breaking out. Andrade then set up for a suplex. Hayes countered with a facebuster and a cutter that nearly got the victory. So Hayes goes back up top. Andrade cuts Hayes off. Andrade set up for a superplex. Hayes turned this into a neck breaker cutter off the top rope in one of the best spots that you'll see on SmackDown all year. Absolutely incredible spot. Unbelievable. This actually got a chant of holy shit, which USA bleeped out on a Friday night. Thanks, USA Network. Hayes went for nothing but net, which is his finish, the big leg drop off the top rope. Andrade moved. Hayes rolls through. Andrade hits his spinning back elbow that caused Hayes to roll to the outside. So he didn't even allow Andrade to get a cover. He quickly rolled to the outside. He knew exactly what was coming after that, and he did the right thing by rolling to the outside. LA Knight's music hit, and he ran out because now he's looking for Carmelo because Carmelo sideswiped him in the back before this match. So LA Knight ran out. Andrade stopped Knight from attacking Hayes. Hayes took advantage of this and rolled Andrade up for the 1-2-3. Now, how all this came about is LA Knight's coming down. Andrade is in the ring. Carmelo's on the outside. Carmelo attacked LA Knight before the match. So he sees LA Knight come and he runs away. LA Knight jumps on the apron. Andrade gets in his face. What are you doing out here? Go away. This is my match. Carmelo from behind shoves Andrade. He bumps LA Knight. Andrade bangs into LA Knight. And Carmelo rolls him up from behind. 1-2-3. Carmelo now ties the series unofficially 3-3, and we are going to get a 7th match. If WWE or anybody in WWE catches wind of this, they've done a phenomenal job with these two guys. The 7th match cannot just be a regular standard one-on-one match. The 7th match, first of all, I would put it at Bad Blood. I would do it at Bad Blood. Both of these guys deserve uninterrupted, no commercials on PLE. That's number one. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I would absolutely... listen, I'm tired of the discourse. Oh, but Triple H only does 5 matches on pay-per-view, man. I get it. There's 6 matches happening at Bad Blood. I would not be opposed to doing a 7th. I would do it at I would do it at Bad Blood. I would do 2 out of 3 falls for the 7th match in this series with Andrade El Idolo and Carmelo Hayes. 2 out of 3 falls. Or maybe they do a 30-minute Iron Man match. I don't know, one or the other. 2 out of 3 falls, though. End it all. The 7th match to end it all. These two guys are great together. And you start to see now, you know, I remember all the discourse online. Oh, well, it's Andrade, Carmelo. It's the same shit. JD doesn't say anything negative. Well, now you see why. Andrade's been used in the last 7 matches between these two. Better than 3 years in AEW. Number 1. Number 2, him coming over from AEW, he's never looked better. This is the best Andrade's looked since his NXT World Champion days. And I think this version of Andrade is better than what we got in NXT. You are seeing how good all of this is making both guys. They're becoming more familiar with each other. The sense of competitiveness is now reaching a boiling point. They know each other inside out. The crowd knows what to expect, which in turn is going to put the crowd in Andrade's favor and the crowd in Carmelo's favor, because look at the body of work that they're creating over 7 matches. How could you not support it? How could you not like it? Everything about what they're doing has been fucking perfect. On top of that, how many times have we asked for a full-time United States champion who's there in the mix? Now you got LA Knight, you got Carmelo Hayes, you got Andrade. AJ Styles is coming back next week. Imagine AJ Styles being thrusted into the middle of the card for the United States Championship. Imagine that. That'd be something else, huh? The United States Championship has some of the most competitive aspects as a secondary title in any promotion. And that's directly responsible because of Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Absolutely great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. These two have done no wrong, and this was the best match in the series, and I'm predicting right now that the 7th match is going to be the biggest banger of them all. Can't wait. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. And LA Knight going out there and him having a problem with Andrade last week and not shaking his hand, wanting a fist bump. Andrade wanted a handshake. I don't know what the fuck that was last week, but it looks like they heard all of the nonsense online and they made it into a storyline now. Good on them. Turn a negative into a positive. LA Knight's cocky. Andrade has no respect for LA Knight after what happened last week. Carmelo is a fucking cocky son of a bitch. He thinks he's better than both guys. I mean, the dynamic between all 3 guys has elevated the United States Championship on top of LA Knight being who he is. It's been one of the highlights of the fucking show. It's been one of the things that I genuinely look forward to every week. You put a graphic of Andrade and Carmelo, I'm there. That's what they've done now. Look at the equity that they've built up. They've created must-see segments every week with these 2 guys. Whereas the first week, it's like, it's just Andrade and Carmelo. Man, what the fuck are they going to do? 1 match leads into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4. And now we're at a point where it's like, all right, man, let me stop what I'm doing. Let me watch these 2 guys because I know I'm expecting a banger. Great. Fucking great. Kevin Owens. He and Randy Orton were in the locker room talking. In walks Cody Rhodes. He wanted to talk to KO right there, right now, about what happened. Owens says he couldn't at the moment because he and Randy are getting ready for their tag team match. Owens stood up and told Cody not to interfere in their match later on. Don't come out there. We'll take care of this on our own. So he walks away. He goes to put on his ring gear, this Kevin Owens. Randy Orton stood up and said, listen, I'll go talk to KO. But I know the Bloodline's going to play the numbers game. And at that point, it's going to be 4-on-2. If they need help, Orton would love to have Cody's help out there. And I'll talk to Owens and let Owens know that I told you that I gave you the okay to come out and help. Okay? There you go. KO is not a happy guy. We got an AJ Styles vignette. Turns out he's coming back next week. There was an online rumor going around that AJ Styles has a contract coming up early next year, which could very well still be the case, but WWE is using him. I wonder if Paul Levesque is going to add TV time or injury time onto AJ Styles' existing contract just to keep him with the company for another 6 months. You know, because we have a pro wrestling promoter in Jacksonville that is fucking 2 guys over because he's being a petty bitch. Gee, I wonder who that is. You'll hear about it tomorrow when I talk about it on Off the Script. Video going live for VIPs later tonight and everybody else on YouTube tomorrow. They don't want none. AJ and his beautiful, glorious head of hair is coming back to Friday nights. Piper Niven. She goes one-on-one with Mia Yim. We're just calling her Michin now. It's not even Mia Yim with a little Michin or Michin with a little Mia Yim. It's just Michin. That's her name. Now, I said at the top, the ladies, they overperformed tonight. Normally, when you get a SmackDown match, it's usually like one of the popular one, like Tiffany or Bayley, right? Tonight we got Bayley and Naomi, and then we get Michin and someone like Chelsea Green or Piper Niven. Usually goes 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They gave these women 9 minutes. They gave both of these women 9 minutes on Friday Night SmackDown. So it got double the amount of time that it usually gets, which is a plus. And I thought these two actually had a decent fucking match, to be brutally honest with you. Next week, we got the dumpster match between Chelsea Green and Michin. It's the first time we are seeing a dumpster match since WrestleMania 14. 14. Good old Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk, and Cactus Jack. Michin ran at Piper Niven. Niven fought back, shoulder blocked Michin down. Niven ran into a boot. She came back with an attempted splash. Michin rolled to the outside where Chelsea Green distracted Michin, and Niven hit a cannonball ahead of a commercial break. Now, Chelsea Green is on the outside, and she's carrying around a smelly trash can. And Michael Cole is overselling it. Oh, my God, it stinks. What a stench out here. And he's yelling at Chelsea, go get your bottle of perfume, man. I can't smell out here. Who knows if it was really that smelly? Chelsea Green brought out everybody in the IWC's favorite scent, man, because you know some of these fucking degenerate engagement farmers that hide behind fake profile pictures, man. They don't shower for like 4 days, man. They're nasty slobs on social media. All they do is tweet about AEW. They tweet their discourse to other strangers. They half of them got me on the mind. Oh, I wonder what JD thinks about this. Meanwhile, I lay my head down to sleep knowing that I had a kick-ass stream tonight, and I got some of the best fucking community in the entire scene. Lay my head down to sleep tonight. You think I'm worrying about these fucking people? I'll wake up tomorrow. I'll make myself some French toast for breakfast. I'll have myself a cup of coffee, do some work, go out, go to the gym, wash the car tomorrow. You think I'm thinking about these fucking... JD, he's a cancer to the IWC. Fucking ridiculous. People, man. If I didn't need Twitter, man, app would be fucking deleted off my phone. So we go into the commercial break. Cannonball. Show return. Piper Niven shoulder block Michin through the air. Followed it up with another cannonball in the corner. Got a 2 count. Niven went for a splash. Michin moved. Hit a lot of kicks. A lot of chops. Michin hit a crucifix bomb, which was kind of botched because Michin rolled Piper over a little too much and her shoulders weren't all the way down, which led to Jessica Carr kind of checking the shoulders, are they down, and they made a late count, and Piper Niven kicked out. Michin ran the ropes. Niven got up, caught her with a big boss man slam. Niven dragged Michin to the corner and went for the Vader bomb. I guess she calls it the Niven bomb. The Piper bomb. She moved out of the way, did Michin. Niven came back with a Michinoku driver. Near fall. Michin went to the top rope again. Niven cut her off with a slap to the face. Green distracted Jessica Carr. Michin kicked Green off the apron. Niven, at the same time, missed a cannonball attempt on the outside. She came back to the ring. Michin, as Niven was coming into the ring through the ropes, she caught her with Eat Defeat for the 1, 2, 3. There you go. Chelsea Green is not winning the dumpster match next week on Friday night. Next week, on top of the dumpster match, we got a great vignette. Promo vignette here. We got AJ Styles returning. He got a little bit of a vignette himself. And then we got DIY, the Street Profits, and the Bloodline in a triple threat tag team championship ladder match next week on Friday Night SmackDown. Plus, we got Michin versus Chelsea Green in a dumpster match. Man, they're really setting, the common theme before a major PLE for WWE, the Friday before the PLE, Friday SmackDown, Saturday PLE. I mean, they've loaded the shows up on Friday to feel like mini PLEs themselves. I wonder if this is by design. Because that tag team title ladder match could easily be placed on the Bad Blood card. But they're not doing that. So next week is looking like a big show for WWE. But I would, if anybody's listening to me, I would absolutely do Andrade and Carmelo at the PLE, 2 out of 3 falls. They deserve it. Naomi was walking backstage and Bayley apologized for beating her earlier. Naomi said Bayley wasn't sorry, but it was okay. Because if Naomi would have won, she wouldn't be sorry either. Naomi says they'll run it back someday eventually. So she said, go beat Nia, win the title, and then they kind of agreed that when Bayley wins the championship, they'll run it back when Bayley's the champion. Naomi finished with Bayley, and she kept walking down the hallway in the back, and Tiffany Stratton interrupts her. Stratton said Naomi will have a good view of Jax beating down Bayley at Bad Blood. Naomi then said that she was going to go talk to Nick Aldis to make a match between those two, her and Tiffany Stratton, next week on Friday Night SmackDown. There you go. Add that match to the list of matches next week. We got Michin and Chelsea Green dumpster match. Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi, 1-on-1. Ladder match for the tag team titles, and AJ Styles is returning. Plus, we got maybe Roman Reigns on next week's show, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Andrade, Carmelo, LA Knight. Listen, man, I know SmackDown isn't where it needs to be just yet, but we're taking baby steps there, man. We're getting some story on Friday night. It's been a lot better than it has been, I'll tell you that. Bloodline. This is Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Obviously, these guys were set up. This match was set up in the opening segment of the show. This was obviously stemming from Cody giving Randy the explanation for why he's teaming with Roman. Out comes KO. He wanted in on the conversation. He was quickly interrupted by the Bloodline, which then KO challenged the Bloodline to a tag team match tonight, which is why we are here. So Owens and Fatu started the match. Fatu took Owens down pretty quickly. Owens came back with an elbow and a senton. Solo tagged in and ran into a bunch of Kevin Owens strikes. Solo quickly rebounded and took Owens down. This led to Owens tagging in Orton, and everybody loved Randy Orton getting the hot tag. Everybody loves Randy Orton. Jacob Fatu wanted to tag in because he's Jacob Fatu, and he wants to go up against Randy Orton. So Orton kicked Fatu. Fatu fought back and clotheslined Orton over the top rope out to the floor. He then followed Orton on the outside, and Orton caught Fatu and dropped him on the commentary table like he usually does with his patented suplex. Now, this is not any ordinary man. Jacob Fatu got up quickly and no-sold a suplex on the table. Orton, he continued to drop Fatu on the table 3 more times to basically take him out of commission. So Solo comes over. He does the same thing to Solo, and we go to a commercial break. So the commentary table certainly got its work in for the evening, and it did not break. Show comes back. Solo was working over Owens in the ring. They fought on the top rope. Solo fell off. Owens went for a swanton. Solo got the knees up. Fatu tagged in, and he whipped Solo into Owens in the corner. And then Fatu followed right behind with his devastating hip attack. And Owens is just squished in the corner by 2 Samoans. Fatu whipped Owens into another corner, the opposite side. He then ran Owens into his corner again and tagged Solo in. So Owens is getting beat up here. Solo is talking trash to Owens, stomping a mud hole in him. Fatu hits Owens while the referee had his back turned. Orton got mad, ran into the ring. Referee sent him back to the corner. So nasty double team tactics here by the Bloodline. Solo ran the ropes. Owens caught him. Eventually, Owens punched his way out of it. And Solo and Orton got hot tags. Orton comes in, cleans house. Snap power slam on Solo and Jacob Fatu. Orton hit his draping DDT on Solo. He then set up for an RKO, but Fatu intervened. It was enough for Solo to follow up with a Samoan drop on Randy Orton. Solo went to the outside. Owens got up on the apron asking for a tag. Owens now tags in. He's the legal man. Owens ran right outside the ring, clotheslining and swantoning everybody on the outside. Owens landed a frog splash on Fatu on the outside, on the floor. Owens went to the top, hits a swanton on Solo inside the ring. He goes for a quick cover. He gets a near fall. All of a sudden, the numbers game catches up to the babyfaces here. Tama Tonga and Tangaloa ran out, and Solo landed a spinning solo on Owens. He did not get the victory. He only got a 2 count. Cody's music quickly plays. He runs out. He dispatches Tangaloa and Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga found himself in the ring, and behind him was Randy Orton. You can possibly guess what happened there. He eats an RKO. Things broke down here. The heels threw Cody into the ring, but while they threw him into the ring, nobody saw what was going on. Kevin Owens didn't see it. Randy Orton didn't see it. The heels throw Cody into the ring, and he accidentally takes out the referee, and the referee is down holding his ankle. So this kept the referee from counting Owens at the same time. Owens didn't see this. Owens hit a stunner on Solo. So they threw the heels threw Cody into the ring. The referee was taken out. Owens at the same time had the pin, and the referee couldn't count. So Owens gets up. He sees Cody there because he told Cody not to show up earlier in the night. He sees Cody. He starts arguing with Cody. What are you doing out here? He's mad now. So Owens was angry. He turned into a bunch of super kicks from Jacob Fatu. Solo eventually pins Owens for the 1, 2, 3. And that was it. That was it. The Bloodline steals victory. Cody tried to say he was sorry to Owens, but Owens was very mad. Randy Orton quickly got up and intervened and got in between them. He tried to reason with KO. He tried to reason with Cody. He was ultimately telling Owens that it was his idea for Cody to be out there if they needed help. I knew they were going to do 4-on-2, so I asked Cody to be out there to help us. This is on me. Ultimately, Owens hugged Cody, and the show went off the air. KO was not happy. He is not happy about what's going on right now. I don't really listen. I'm a man of many words on many nights, but I don't know where this is going. I don't get a sense that KO is turning heel. I don't. Maybe he does. But I don't get a sense right now that KO is turning heel. I think Randy's going to be the one that ultimately gets frustrated because he continues to back Cody and he's got nothing to show for it. Nothing. But Cody promised Randy. So this is what we got to look out for now. Cody promised Randy Orton. He didn't say anything to KO. Cody promised Randy that Roman told me that everything's going to be all right. You have my word, is what Roman told Cody. And Cody told Randy, this is what Roman told me, and gave me a list of reasons. He told me that when I won the WWE title from him, if I won the WWE title from him, he wouldn't show his face around here. And he didn't. He told me before I beat him, I'd do anything to keep this title. And he did. And now here we are. So keep in mind, Cody did not get to talk to KO. It's the Randy Orton factor here. Cody explained it to Randy. Randy is going to be the one that ultimately gets upset with Cody, and something's going to happen there. Does something happen at Bad Blood? Do we see a turn at Bad Blood? Do we get The Rock at Bad Blood? Does Roman keep his word at Bad Blood? I don't know. I don't know. From my point of view, I would think that everything's got to at least be okay going into War Games. They got to get through War Games. Because right now, it looks like it's going to be Cody, Randy, KO, and Roman on one side, and then the Bloodline on the other. Because that's the feud brewing here. It's not Jimmy, it's not Jay, it's not Sammy. But this is exactly what SmackDown needs. A little dash of unpredictability. A little dash of drama. All these guys are baby faces. Roman's a baby face. Cody's a baby face. Randy's a baby face. KO's a baby face. Someone's going heel. It ain't Cody. It ain't Roman. I don't think it's KO. Randy, I do think, is the one that's ultimately going to turn. Thank you guys for all of your support here on YouTube, on Twitch. You guys are great. Let's hang out. Let's get through these super chats. Love the energy tonight. If you guys want to get your super chats in, man, continue to get them on in. Whatever you want to talk about. Leave me your questions, your comments, your concerns. Let's end the month of September off with a great bang, huh? Let me check if Jesse got to me. I knew he was going to be upset. We're gonna try and keep Sunday. We're gonna try and keep Sunday. I just DM'd Jesse now. I got House of Glory on Sunday. I think it's a 6 p.m. bell time. So I should be home hopefully at 9 o'clock, and we go live at like 9:30. So we'll fill you in there. But yes, it's going to be Ross, me, and Jesse. I just got to nail down the specifics, and then we'll roll it out on social media. But that's the going plan right now. Let me check my Twitch. Shout out to my Twitch family over there. Let's get through these super chats. Michael Krause with a 9-month VIP recommitment. Good Friday, JD, and Off the Script. Family, I hope all well. Just wanted to say keep up the great work, JD. I'm always thankful for what you do for all of us, bro. Thank you, Michael. Tone C with 19 months. No message. Cat Eyes with a 1 month. Waiting on this heel turn with Randy and KO. Can't wait for this type of heat for Cody's sake. Also, do you think Tiff is cashing in at Bad Blood? Hashtag OTS for life. I do. I think she is cashing in. If I had the pen, I would do it there. Beyond the Scripts with a $4.99, $4.99, and a $4.99. He says, nice duck and run, JD. Really? Was between me and Sap, not you. But I apologize for tagging. We're sticking up for someone. Is it really the end of the world, though? Let's just let bygones be bygones, move on, and kick ass on social media. I don't want to be tagged in anything related to Denise, Sap, or Fightful. Keep me out of it. I already told Sean I'm not going to engage and cause problems. And somehow, someway, you guys drag me into this shit. I said what I said. I did what I had to do. Keep me out of it. Simple. And I said it on Friday last week, and I'm going to say it again. Whatever you guys say to them is a direct feeling of how people perceive us. Why do you want to be here? Donate to the show, support the show, and then people see that, and then you argue with these people, and then they think that I sent you over there. What are you arguing with Sap for? This is what I don't really understand. What are you arguing with Sap about? What is that going to do for your social media? Or your YouTube channel, or your numbers? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? I don't understand you guys sometimes. I really don't. Rage, thank you for the 150 in Super Chat. We love you, and hopefully all is well. Setsuka with the 199. Very good SmackDown. Thoughts on TK being an ass to the Lucha Brothers? I got a video going up tomorrow, Setsuka. Tonight for VIPs. Immediately when the stream is over, all my VIPs will be getting this early. Captain Solo at a 5. Who would you say has been Monday Night Raw's 2024 MVP? CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Gunther, Rio, or someone else? Drew McIntyre. Joker's Voice with a $5 super chat. Bayley versus Nia is not a PLE match. The only reason is for something big to happen. Tiffany cashes in and becomes the new women's champion at the PLE. I agree. Jason, thank you for the 100 in Super Chat, brother. Big Steve. New membership. Thank you, Big Steve. Johnny Boy Vaccaro with a $10 super chat. Randy never told Kevin about requesting Cody to have their back with a bloodline attack. The Slither Snake is going to double cross Kevin and Cody. That's a good observation there, Johnny Boy. It's a good observation. I didn't really even think of that. Why was KO upset? Why was KO upset? KO should have been told, right? If Randy told him that Cody was going to be out there, KO wouldn't have been upset. It's a good observation, brother. Netflix McMahon documentaries. Tony Khan morphing into Vince and Ted Turner. Rich and delusional wrestling fan who only books for his pleasure. Yeah. The Netflix documentary was very tame. I was actually quite bored by most of it. I didn't really start to get into it until episode 5. Like, I genuinely don't give a shit about the origins of WrestleMania. I don't give a shit about the Montreal Screwjob. I don't care about Hogan going to WCW and starting the NWO. Then in episode 6, if you guys watch it, Bruce was upset. Bruce was upset that he said the documentary was trash and said it was nothing more than a gotcha piece on Vince McMahon. Gotcha what? We all knew this. Like, this was all common knowledge. Gotcha to who? Bruce is upset because it made him look bad, and it made him look bad by association. What about the human side of Vince McMahon? Nobody gives a fuck about the human side of Vince McMahon. Nobody. I also like how Bruce stood up for a child abuser in Pat Patterson. And Bruce Pritchard's a quality human being, huh? Thank you, Johnny boy. Lauren! Orton and KO will turn on Cody soon enough. No. I don't think KO's going heel. WWE always loved to swerve. Yeah, they like to swerve the audience, well, especially Triple H. You don't know which direction he's going. Yes, Michael Evans, the human side of Vince McMahon shits on women. Yes. Defecates on women. The human side of Vince McMahon has dildos named after the WWE roster. Tonight I'm gonna use the Beast Incarnate, pal. Mr. Noob says, my wife loves the Vince doc. She doesn't watch wrestling, though. Yes, that's who it's made for. It's for people like me and you who watch this shit every week. That wasn't for us. That was for the people that don't know Vince. Captain Solo at a $5 super chat. Feel the glow. What the hell does that even mean? Naomi is boring. Turn her heel for God's sakes. Does she need to go heel? Three Kings with 26 months. Did you hear about Swerve talking to podcaster Queen's Flip? I don't know who that is. Saying AEW is trying to get a show on Fox now that SmackDown left. Have you heard this? No. They're trying to get a show on Fox. To do what? Turn it into Rampage? Sure. If they get a show on Fox, that means they're going to have to put a little bit more effort than they usually do into Collision. This one's the People's Champion, pal. Thank you, Kings. Kratos, 47 months. Oh, my goodness. One more month before the elusive Mustang emote. Also, Vince docuseries. My God, I'll need at least 10 old fashions after watching all that. Hashtag OTS for life. I thought it was boring. I mean, I wouldn't say it was boring, but I didn't really find much of it interesting, honestly. Like, the most interesting parts to me were Shane talking about his relationship with Vince and the struggle for Shane to get any type of recognition from his father. That's the part that I liked the most, honestly. Jedi Joker with a $5 super chat. Do you think they are going to do what they did with Cesaro and Sheamus here with Andrade and Carmelo? I'd like to see them team up, honestly. It's always a possibility. Again, I don't really know. I would say Carmelo wins the best of 7 and he takes the title off of LA Knight. That was my original prediction. Aman G with a $1.99. Thank you, Aman. Hey, JD, can't wait for Survivor Series or SummerSlam. 2025 MetLife Stadium, only 28 miles away. Yeah, we might have to have a meet and greet at one of the fancy bars in American Dream. I've never been to American Dream. We'll see. There's not really much to do around there but that fucking mall. Vinny with a $1.99. Worst SmackDown theme ever by far. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Big Steve, $1.99. Having a broken skull IPA. That sounds good to me, brother. Make sure that shit is ice cold. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Isla Dawn got that cake. Yeah. Yeah, she's beautiful. 28 minutes. 28 minutes. All right. 28 minutes is better than 20. Actually, 28 minutes is 28 miles, so with no traffic. 28 minutes away. Great. Captain Solo, I agree, brother. Clone Force with a 5 months. I cannot wait for Rock to turn on Roman and for Orton to turn on Cody. Both are going to be massive. You think the documentary buried Vince? No, I don't think the documentary buried Vince. There was no new information in the documentary that we didn't already know. Who did it bury Vince to? The people that don't watch wrestling. You, me, and everybody else that have been ingrained in this shit and have heard all these stories. Benoit, Eddie, Owen. Steroid trial. The young boy trial. The young boy scandal with Pat Patterson. We've heard it all. I'll tell you what, though, all that stuff with Trish, the way he used Trish as like his mistress against his wife. I mean, that shit, man. Nowadays, man, you put that shit on television. I couldn't even envision it on television now, man. I really can't even see it now. It's so bad, you know. Big Wheezy with your new membership. Thank you, Big Wheezy. And Damon Heater with a new membership. Gentlemen, what the fuck are you guys drinking? Big Stevie told us what he's drinking. He's drinking a Broken Skull IPA. He's a new member tonight. 4 new members tonight, guys. Man, Trish was a hottie back in the day. She still is. But tonight's show, guys, is sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. You know how many times I've asked, or I've been asked, JD, does Blue Chew work? Of course it does. If you're asking that question and you want to know that Blue Chew is putting their money where their mouth is, and they're giving you a free month, they know it works. They want you to know it works. That's why they're giving it to me to give to you guys free. Free sample of Blue Chew. It's a unique online service that provides the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, and it comes in a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. Process is very simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their online licensed medical providers, and once you are approved, you're going to receive your prescription within days, no questions asked. Tablets are made in the USA, shipped directly to you very discreetly. And the best part is, it's all done online. No visits to the doctors, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. You can take them anytime, day or night. Be ready whenever that opportunity arises. I always talk about first impressions, guys. You know, first impressions. Super important. Don't be a Giovanni Vinci. You don't want to be a loser in 3 seconds in the bedroom. It's the best way for me to put it. You don't want to be Apollo Crews either, but don't be a Giovanni Vinci. Got to be an MJF and Will Ospreay who go 60 minutes. BlueChew.com, code JD, first month free. Use that code JD at checkout. All you got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. I want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring tonight's SmackDown post. I'm going to say Monday Night Raw. SmackDown post show right here on Off the Script. Thank you guys very much for all your support tonight, man. You guys are awesome. Next time you see me will be maybe tomorrow. Yeah, well, you will see me tomorrow, man, because I got that extra coming out. We'll talk about the Lucha Brothers tomorrow. Nice rant coming your way. If you guys like a JD rant, a good old-fashioned JD rant, this one is for you, man. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And go check out all the other content on the channel. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of SmackDown tonight. If you didn't give a shit about SmackDown, leave me your favorite emoji because it helps me out. See you guys tomorrow right here with more Off the Script. See you guys later.